Hey Royals, this is Mademoiselle Mosley. To my Rough Riders tonight, my Royal Rough Riders. It's soothing in. It's coming in. It's coming in. I want to ask y'all a question. And some may know and some may not know. Some may want to share, some may not. But we all here to get well, man. We're not here to point fingers. This is not what I'm here for. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me, y'all. I've had a long day. What are your vices? And when I mean what are your vices, what are the things that have a grip on you that you thought was helping you get loose? You know how some of the things that we do, excuse me, is thought we was helping us get loose. You know, when you say, "Oh, just let me get a drink so I can get loose," or let me hit a joint, you know what I'm saying, help me to relax, we gotta get loose because you tense, So you feel like that if you do that, you get loose. But the only thing about using things like that to get loose, those are the same things that bind you. When you keep getting loose, you keep using them to get loose, what you getting loose from? Binds. You keep on having to get loose. And it end up binding you, the very thing that helped you get loose. Now it has control over you. Who gave you your first bump? You know what I'm talking about. Or your first joint, or your first drink. Who was that? Do you remember who did that? Who made you feel cool? Whether it was after school, who was it? It's very important. Who gave you your first drink? I don't know. We didn't even think, we didn't even think that we would end up like this. We didn't think that we would end up wanting to smoke all the time, uh, or drink all the time, or do whatever we do all the time. So it's no longer us getting loose. Now we have to loose ourselves from what helped us to get loose. Our loose turned into a bind. Help us. I mean, this could have been a childhood friend, some of your kin. Like I said, the enemy can come from within. We warn our children about strangers. It's some people who you are very familiar with that are strange. Why would you want to start somebody drinking or get them on drugs of any kind? Why would you want to do that and see what it done to you or others before you? So those that make you feel like you're getting loose is actually the ones who's applying the twine that causes the bind, not over just your body but your mind. Man. So the people that you're familiar with, like I said, they are very strange. Some of them are very strange. They have a strange way of helping you out. And I'm going to tell you a story about myself. And see, I remember when my aunt helped me to run away when I was a teenager. Instead of talking to me, giving me some positive input, she gave me some money and a bus ticket, some clothes, money, and a bus ticket. She sent me to my dad's people. But in a funny kind of way, she probably thought she was helping me, I can say, because my childhood was very burdened um, with taking care of people that I had no time to really care for myself and do the things that a teenager should have been doing. Enjoying their life. Instead of watching children and doing chores, which we can help our family, but we're not supposed to be just overtaken till we have no time to take for ourselves as teenagers, finding our way. And that's why a lot of us get caught up in there, because we get caught up in not finding our way but making a way for everybody else. So when we get older, we are groomed to do things for everybody else while everybody else find their way, and then we end up lost. So anyway, she gave me some clothes and a bus ticket. And what I didn't realize is that her and my mother had childhood beef, my aunt and my mother, and it spilled over to me. I didn't know anything about the childhood beef until later on. And when I say the childhood beef, it's like she always felt like, because we talked a little bit, not right after this, but later on down the line as life went on, that my mother was a beautiful woman. I mean, my mother was, whew, that was a pretty woman. My mother was the most beautiful woman that I've ever seen in my life, even till today. Um, Everything about her was beautiful. Um, so my aunt didn't think she was attractive as my mom, and my mom was the oldest, and you know how the oldest and some of the siblings. Anyway, they had a childhood beef, and it spilled over to me, and I end up being a victim of a circumstance that I had no realization of. So as it goes on, the story, I'm thankful to the great I am that he watched over me through that whole course of being in a whole nother city, not knowing anybody. He put people in my way in my life to protect me, to guide and direct me. And I give him all the glory. See, it's not, some people are religious. I'm not religious. I'm purposeful. And the great I am taught me that the purpose and plan that he has for my life, he was going to see it through because he has something for me to do. But I also had to learn some things too. But while I was learning, he covered me, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I don't think people really understand what I mean when I say I'm grateful to him. I can't even put it in words to truly express my love for him. So anyway, to show you karma is real, her daughter ran away from her, my aunt's daughter. And no, my mother didn't have nothing to do with it. It's just karma. It hit different. Like I just did another video before this. It hit different when it's your child. It hit different when it's your brother, your sister, your father, your mother. The things that you do to people, you don't want it to happen to yours. So her daughter, and it really sent her through a really bad time, because we love our children. But her daughter ran away. Like I said, my mom didn't have nothing to do with it. But it was a whole nother case that she had to face. And I know she thought about me. You know how sometimes you do something to somebody, but you don't think about it until the same thing happens to you? That's why I say, y'all be careful what y'all do. Leave people alone. Go on with your life. Do right, build, grow. You know what I'm saying? Leave people alone. Just don't do it, because you don't want nobody to do what you're trying to do to somebody else's child. Regardless to how old I am and how old you are, you're somebody's child. So it doesn't matter how old your child gets. You don't want nobody doing that to your child. So why are you bothering somebody else's child? That makes no sense to me. But anyway, so it was a whole other case she had to face. And it was something going on within my aunt's home. But I'm going to leave that alone. That's something else. That has something else to do with them. But that's why my cousin ran away. Um, but my aunt was accomplished. She was a hard worker. She had accumulated a lot of things, but jealousy and envy dwelled inside of her heart. That's what it was. I mean, she was very accomplished. I went to her graduations, and you know, and and then she had low self-esteem. That hurts a lot of people. A lot of people have a low self-esteem because they see their self-worth in the mirror, and they don't think they look up to the par, or they've done some really ugly things, or it's like your reflection in the mirror is not just the physical aspect of who you are. It's also the emptiness that's within you. That's why it's always good to fill yourself up with good things and live life good, treat people good. Don't be running around here doing all kind of stupid stuff, because you'll feel unworthy of the things that God will still give you. Even when you think you did something jacked up, He know exactly why you doing it. But it's like we have to take accountability and stop, so that we can enjoy what it is that God is giving us, and what He's sending us, and who's He's going to give to us. You know? So the low self esteem played a part, and the reason why she was the way she was. I loved her dearly. And see, one of the greatest things, she worked all the time. And I was like, girl, I used to see her, I'd be like, I wish she wouldn't work so much, but she worked all the time. And one of the reasons why she worked all the time is she wasn't willing to see the truth of what was happening under her own roof. A lot of people stay working all the time because they don't want to they don't want to go home. I'm going to say it like that. They don't want to go home, because when they go home, a lot of people still feel alone when they go home. They don't feel loved. They feel like a beast of burden. They're carrying so many burdens, and they can't find someone to really truthfully love them enough to be able to receive them and what has happened to them, and to understand everything that's going on with them. People want to take lightly or make fun of the things that are hard for you, you know. But like I said before, we're here together, we're learning and we're healing. Like an onion, we peeling. Some of the things that layers we peel back is going to make us cry. Some people we're going to have to say goodbye. And some relationships we can't give it another try, because we're all tried out, we're all cried out, and we all lied out. We can't continue to lie to ourselves about things that we know the truth about. So I hope that helped you all. Like, share, and subscribe. Until the next time, get it before it gets you. I'm out.